Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome on the Culture News. My name is David SERERO, and I have the great privilege, the honor, to have over the phone today a fantastic personality. His name is Mr. Jean-Michel Ribes. So he is a French. He's a very, very important man. He is, ladies and gentlemen, just hear that. He is an actor, a playwright, a screenwriter, a film director, a theater director. He has founded a first-class theater company already back in the 60s. He has written, I don't know how many dozens of books and got all the biggest awards in the world. I mean, just to say his biography, it would take me months and months and months. And I invite you really to Google him and to read about him. So he's going to come in New York next week because on Tuesday he's going to be part of a wonderful French author series that is called Rendezvous Littéraire, which returns at the Sofitel New York for the second season. He's going to be presenting his book and also to talk about who he is, what he does on next Tuesday, which is October 25th. And I have the great honor to have over the phone Mr. Jean-Michel Ribes. How are you, Mr. Jean-Michel?
Very, very fine, and you? I hope you are.
Very well. It is an honor to have you on the phone. Thank you so much.
The same for me.
You're very kind to have you over the phone. I know how busy you are, so we really, really appreciate it. So for the very few people who know you, would you be so kind to let us know a little bit about who you are in your own words?
Well, I try to write and to direct fantasy and plays
Mm-hmm.
who help the people to brace, to respire.
Breathe.
To have fresh air and I try to block the reality. I try to block all the things qui nous enferment,
that are closing each other.
Yeah, I try to find new escape, issue de secours, and to give people a new way to be happy,
Well, that's very, very impressive. And who would be because I know in theater how important you are. I mean, I know it as an actor, like Jean-Michel Ribes, he's like number one on your list, So I wanted to ask you, who are your influences as playwright? Quelles sont vos influences comme de théâtre?
I am near of the Théâtre de l'Absurde theater. I am a child of the Dadaism. I am a child of the Surrealism. I am not in that psychological theater, how mom, dad, and my wife and my sister. No, I like Beckett. I like things who are surprise. Often I used to say that I write for the airport. You go in my plane. We land up, but we don't know where we go.
Yeah.
We don't know the destination. Even for me, it's a surprise. If I am not surprised, I mean the public was boring. It will be boring. I don't care.
Yeah.
I try to be. When I write, I try to be surprised by myself at every line.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's very perfectly said, and I'm glad that you like Samuel Beckett and Waiting for Godot, En attendant Godot, which is
Ionesco, and so but I like I direct Sam Shepard in France. I direct True West in Paris.
Wow.
15 years ago, it was a huge success. I like this. Shepard is in this way too, It's very strange stories, but real in the reality, but strange. I like I like to be surprised.
Yeah, yeah, and I really love also the way you are. You love creativity. So of course you have a strong foot that is in the classics. Vous avez un pied solide dans le classique, but you love also creativity. Vous aimez la créativité.
Yes, I direct. I'm the first theater in Paris. I have a big theater on the Champs-Élysées with 3 stages, big stages, and a bookshop and so and so. But I just produce living playwrights. No dead playwright. No Molière, no Shakespeare, no Lope de Vega. Just guys that you can have a dinner after the play with them.
Wow. Well, I would love to have a dinner with you, Mr. Ribes. But that's really beautiful. Someone because in a city like Paris, the American people think that it's a lot of the old theater, a lot of the classic. But what you did at the Théâtre de Rond-Point, and I can say to our American audience, this is the most important theater in Paris. Okay, it's right near the Champs-Élysées Avenue. It's a first-class theater. And what Mr. Reeves did since the year 2002, so it's been 14 years. He has definitely brought creativity and with very interesting staging, and also the way Mr. Reeves bring a theater is that it is also fun. It is not.
We resist with the fun against the tyranny. Yeah. And I like living people living. I like to be in my time and to. I think that the playwright have to invent the world. The world is inventing by the poet. I'm sorry for my English so bad.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Well, and the Théâtre de Rond-Point is the audience who comes in the theater, in my theater, comes to be to have an electroshock, to be very surprised, and we need dreams, we need other things than the reality. The reality, it's not the artists, the creators must invent another reality. It's our paradise. It's fresh air.
That's so well said, and I can thank you as an actor myself to hear about new playwrights, because how many people, especially in the classic theater, they're like, oh, but Shakespeare, he meant to do that, or if it's an opera, no, Mozart, he meant to do it that way, and we have now living authors to whom we can use, we can ask these questions. On peut demander ces questions aux auteurs vivants d'aujourd'hui, and that's something that is really, really wonderful. So now I want to talk, if you don't mind, about your career as an author. We talk also. You wrote many plays, many screenplays, but also you wrote many books with a fantastic. I want to say hello to them because I know them. The edition called Actes Sud, who are absolutely wonderful, but also Le Point Seuil. I say hello to them. And they're very, very great people. But I just want to say, and listen to these guys. He has won the awards for all the most important and prestigious awards. So probably the name won't sound out to you like the FACD. We don't have that in America, unfortunately. But it's like the Grand Equity Prize. He won the Molière, which all you guys know Molière. It's like the Shakespeare Award. So he won also the Grand Prix du Théâtre de l'Académie Française pour l'ensemble de son œuvre, which means that he won the Grand Prize of Theater by the French Academy. So congratulations. But I don't want to tell you too much because you make us look very bad, Mr. Reeves. Vous nous rendez, some people in America, when they do just a little thing, they are going outside in the street and they're saying, I did that. So you make us look very, very bad. Tell us about your last book that is called Mille et un morceaux. Is that the last one?
Yeah, it's I refuse since 15 years to write my biography.
Wow.
But I refuse. I think it's not the good way to even to talk about your life. But I try to like a mosaic of remembers, and it's like as we say, cadavre exquis, just souvenir suddenly in my head, and I wrote story, funny story, and funny story called another funny story, and so and so and so. And at the end, maybe it's me. It may be at the line, you know what? But it's funny, and this book, it's not, it's even the people that doesn't know me, it's not important, because it's like little stories, crazy, and in reality, it's my life. My life is a crazy story. And when I read my book at the end, I say, oh, it's a crazy life. I forgot that.
No, but and I love that the title that you use, l'iconoclast, which in English means the iconoclast, which means it cannot stay in one category, and that's exactly what it is. You know, in France and in America, many times I heard in France, no, you cannot be a singer, you cannot be an actor. You have to decide what you do. You know, but in America, when you arrive, the more you do, the better, actually. That's something that is quite interesting. But I always say when we have intelligence like yours and when we have creativity like yours, it can be expressed either doing a movie or writing a play or writing a book. So, and when we have so much talent as yourself, you know, we it would be a pity to not to do it. So I wanted to tell you, because I know you're very busy and I don't want to hold you too long, but I know you're going to be, as we just discussed, at the Sofitel, New York, for a fantastic meeting that is called the Rendezvous Littéraire, the Literary Rendezvous. It's a conversation, it's a series of intimate conversations with well-known French authors, which will return at the Gaby Brasserie Française. Gaby is spelled G-A-B-Y. I hope you're going to have a nice wine, a nice red wine when you will be there, because it's supposed to have great stuff. And you're going to be there on next Tuesday, October 25th. So can you tell us a little bit how that thing came out? Comment ces rendez-vous littéraires sont arrivés vers vous?
I don't know, like a priority. It's Olivier Barrault who called me one day and say, you are invited in New York by this beautiful organization, and the two other universities invite me at the same time. And okay, I come.
Wow, God bless you.
I am with you. I like New York, and I present 5 years ago I present one of my movie in New York called Musée Bar. It's about the life in the museum. It's a comedy about the people who live in the museum. And I was in New York to present this movie. And I like very much New York, and I hope I will meet fantastic people.
Oh, well, I can tell you, I'm going to be there for sure. So, worst comes to worst, at least we meet. And on top of that, it's on 45th Street. And I live 3 blocks away. So I live very, 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 very close. So I'm very gracious. My last question before I say goodbye to you, I have 2 very tiny questions. What are you doing next What is next for you? Because I know you always have, we say in French, un tour dans ta poche. You know, I know you always have, even though you are very focused on what you are doing, you always seeing ahead your next project. What are you doing next, Mr. Reeves?
I just direct a play with a great actors, crazy actor, very funny actor, very surrealist actor. And the title of the play is Le Cri de la Pomme de Terre du Connecticut.
Wow. The scream of the potato of Connecticut.
Yeah.
That is
yeah.
so funny.
That's my last direction, but I am writing a script for a movie that I will direct, I hope, during the next summer, and I prepare a play. I just finished to write a play, and I will direct after. But my life, day after day, hours after hours, is always to direct this great theater, the whole play.
Yeah.
With we are 80 persons who work with me, and we present 45 production a year in my theater.
Wow! So just 45.
Yes, 45 production, 45 plays a year. Because we have three stage and we have two schedules in each play. You know. 6:30 p.m. and 9 p.m. in every.
That's absolutely. And I want to say that the theater, when you go to the theater here in New York, unfortunately, and sometimes in Paris, we've seen theater that are so beautiful but are so badly maintained. You know, but I want to say that your theater is like a clinic. You know, it's so clean. That's very important, and all the staff over there is very smiling. And I'm preparing now something about Napoleon, to tell you the truth, and I'm reading how Napoleon could encourage his the people who are working for him. And I wanted to, of course, I don't compare it to Napoleon, but what I mean to say is how with your aura, you know, with your talent and your intelligence, you are inspiring all the people, not only the authors, but also the actors and all the staff. So for that, Mr. Reeves, I really want to thank you. So for my last question, Mr. Reeves, I want to ask you, it's a question that I ask to a lot of very important people that I had the pleasure and the honor to interview on this radio show. But with you, I think it would be very, very funny. The question is, Mr. Reeves, what would you like to do when you grow up?
When I go where?
When you grow up, qu'est-ce que vous aimeriez faire quand vous serez grand?
To stay a child.
That's amazing. The best answer.
To stay a child. You know, I in my head I have 14. I'm 14. Wow. But I like your interview. You are a very good interviewer because you said to me 4 or 5 times my last question.
Yeah.
I like that.
You know, I'm passionate and I love you. So, you know, that's the two things. So for my last question, no, I'm just kidding. So I once again, ladies and gentlemen, I had the pleasure and privilege to have today over the phone a fantastic man. As I said, he's a multi-talented. He's an actor, screenwriter, playwright, a film director, an award winner, an awards a long way, and he's a writer, an author. His name is Mr. Jean-Michel Ribes. Let me spell it out for you. It's R-I-B-E-S. He's of many talents, and he won the most important award from the industry, but also from the French government. He got the title of Chevalier in the Légion d'honneur, which was created by Napoleon. Talking about it. Napoleon
is my friend. You know. I lunch every day with him.
I love him. He loves chicken with parmesan. I found that it's not a long time ago. And he loves theater. You know, he was going to theater plays very often. And Mr. Ribes will be part of this French author series called Rendezvous Littéraire, which written for its second season at the Sofitel, New York. He's set to return also at the Gabi Brasserie Française, which is a wonderful place where you can eat, drink, and listen to fantastic authors. They will have Alan Mambankou, I hope I pronounced it right, Raphael Enthoven, and Marilyn Debiol, which will be there also in 2017. Mr. Ribes, it was an honor having you, and I want to tell you that the doors of this show, the doors of my radio show are yours 24/7. You need anything in New York, you just call me, and it will be an honor and a pleasure to serve you. You are an inspiration for many, many actors and people of the profession, and from the bottom of my heart, I want to tell you how much I love you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.